Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Went online to become a private detective. It was a private detective school online, and I paid online. I never heard from them again. I thought to myself, I either got ripped off, or this is my first case. This is a journalistic podcast, Shannon. We vaccinate our listeners with answers. And I'm going to keep lip-syncing the important questions until TikTok gives me a show. Shannon, how can the moon landing be real if the moon itself is fake?
It's not true, Mike.
Oh, isn't it true, Shannon? You're fake. You're a hologram.
1 in 5 New Yorkers are food insecure. What's your solution for that, Mike?
Fortune cookie. Because that's food and advice at the same time. Shannon, at least have the decency to backstab me, okay? You stab me in the front every time. Some fans can't watch the podcast because they're triggered by our sexuality. And message to those fans, we will leak a sex tape right into your mouth.
This is Mike Vecchione Investigates.
And you're not better than me. Welcome to Mike Vecchione Investigates, everybody. You're not better than me. You're not better than us here at this podcast. You're on your high horse most of the time. You need us to bring you back down to earth. But thank you for joining us. We love you. We love you, and we give you the tough love that you need and you deserve. We got a lot to get to today. It's February 14th, and in the West, that is Valentine's Day, Saint Valentine's Day. It's a Christian holiday. I think Saint Valentine was in a throuple, and I think he shot somebody. I think it was arrows back then, and didn't work out well. Went to prison, and it was ugly. So I might have that story wrong, but we're going to investigate it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Saint Valentine's Day, and I'd like to bring in our guest right now. He's a lover, but he's also a fighter. So if you take him for a week, he'll jab you, and he'll throw you an uppercut, break your nose for you. Sergio Chicon is here, everybody.
Oh, and there's the shoe shine.
Welcome, Sergio. You're the nicest, toughest guy I think I know, because you're a sweetheart of a guy. Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. Your thoughts?
Vecchione, you are correct in saying that I am sweet, but I'm not a fighter, man. I just like to train.
Yeah.
I'm a fraud.
You like to train?
Yeah, the last time I was approached on the train, it was this crazy woman, and she was yelling at the top of her lungs. We made eye contact. She asked if I spoke Spanish.
Right.
I said, very little. And she said, because they're watching you. I'm like, who's watching? She's like, they're watching. There's cameras all in this car, and they're watching you. And she went in her bag, Mike.
Right.
And she proceeded to take out what I thought was a knife, but before she even showed me anything, I lifted up my knees to my chest. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Is that strategic? Fetal position?
No, it was being scared to death.
Oh, okay.
That's how I responded after 20 years of training.
No, you're a badass. I think that you're just being modest for our fans so that you don't scare them. They scare easily. Most of them are watching this from under their bed. And they scare easily, but you legitimately throw hands. I believe. I think Chris told me a story, Chris D., mutual friend of ours, former podcast member of No Disrespect, on to bigger things now. But you guys went to a gym together or something and wanted to train, and the guy got smart with you to the point where it's like you were like, all right, am I going to have to like do something here? I think that the guy got smart, and he, like, you know how you check each other, like when something like that happens, he checked you, and you were like you're like the sweetest guy in the world, but starting to turn like, all right, is this gonna be a thing?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I don't recall that one, but the thing is, you got to nip shit on the butt before it gets out of the way. Because
before a lady on a train goes into her bag
right.
and pulls out maybe a knife. Maybe it's to cut a cake that says congratulations, but maybe it's to stab. Right. Knives have a lot of purposes. Mm-hmm. So. Sergio, thank you for coming. How are you, first of all?
I'm doing fantastic,
I only
man.
see you in passing at the Comedy Cellar. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's a good time. Everything is well. I'm not a big Valentine's Day guy. I'm not a die guy. But I see you all. You came through with some flowers for the
Yeah.
ladies. I was like, this guy got his shit together.
Thank you for saying that because I didn't want to suck myself off and I didn't want to go, I'm a hero. I'm a hero. Women need saving. Women need saving. I'm a prince. The damsels in distress. You know, they're in a tower somewhere. I'm saving them. But thank you for bringing that up because I did bring Shannon and Natalie one red rose each. And I don't know what their reaction is. Podcasts are about reactions now. So, Shannon, what's your reaction to the rose?
So, I love it. That's the only acknowledgement that I am going to get today.
Did you say love? You say you love it?
But it was very sweet and very thoughtful.
Right. Are you not reading into it? Are you reading into it, Shannon?
No.
Okay. It was just a gesture.
Yeah, it was very
A loving gesture.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, there was a total of 3 roses, though. Who's the
Right.
third one for?
The third one is, well, I'll say it because
Am I
this is
ruining a
going to be out.
surprise?
No, it's not going to be a surprise by the time. That's Katie Hannigan is going to get the third one.
Got it.
But she got the one with baby's breath, which was double the price
What?
of Natalie and Shannon.
So we're talking about $2.
We're talking about 2 Bitcoins. That's how I buy. Listen, okay, it was double the price because Katie is my significant partner, which is what Twitter makes me call my girlfriend. She is my significant partner, and Natalie and Shannon are both business partners, but also emotionally close. So I think it's appropriate, Sergio. I think you were trying to call me out on it, Sergio.
No,
were you?
I think it's
Not
very
being a
true.
Valentine's Day guy, you from the outside.
You know what? I keep it I'm a little more innovative than you. For example, today I went
Innovative
out-
is a big word. Can we check that, Shannon? A lot of our fans are a little bit dim and they don't get
Yo,
innovative.
no.
You come in here with your words innovative and big and stuff, and it's like people don't get it.
Yo, it's one of my few 4-syllable words, and I
Right.
use it like 20 times a day.
That's a 4-syllable. That's a biggin, as
a
they
big
say
one.
it. Most of our fans say who are in the mountains somewhere. Featuring new methods, advanced and original, innovative. So you're going to come with featuring new methods. What's your new method?
for example-
what's your new method?
My new method of Valentine's Day.
Okay.
That's right. So
Is it Valentine's, Shannon? Can we check that?
it's N. I said N.
Okay.
I know it sounds like I said an M, but that's just my splur. That's just my.
I've heard you say the N word.
I was reciting a rap song. Chill. Don't get me caught out there.
Okay. Canceled on Valentine's.
Yeah, no, a lot of dudes that look and behave like me usually say Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's Valentine with an N as
Right.
in Nancy. So get your shit together.
I like it.
So I keep it innovative and funky, if I may. For example, yeah, I'm not gonna go buy you a rose that's gonna die 4 hours later.
Right.
You know, if you look at the lifespan of a rose compared to dogs, it's like a greyhound. It's like a Great Dane. They don't
Yeah.
live very long.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and got my wife a cactus.
Because it lasts longer.
It lasts longer.
Right. And you don't have to water it or give it any attention, much like you do your wife. Probably.
Exactly. It's an analogy to our love. Shit is dry.
It's dry. It's always
Long-lasting,
there. Yeah,
though.
it's long lasting. I mean, Sergio, you have a great strategy with your wife, and it surprised me that you said innovative and cactus, and that you at the end you was like, I have a wife, and I was like, wow. Because it didn't seem like
I got the
with this
ring.
innovative approach on Valentine, that's a big ring.
It's a big way. It's
It's a
clumpy,
thick one.
right? It's a
That's
little
a thick
clunky.
one.
Yeah, it's a-
I like the ones the quarterbacks have, the plastic.
Oh,
They have
because
like a
they're always
rubber
doing
one.
something
Yeah,
physical, right?
always doing physical. I like a rubber black one. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I love your
You're complimenting me.
Yes, your innovative way of doing things. I like the fact that you preface it by saying, "Look, I'm not a Valentine's guy." I wish I could say that. That's a good way out of it. It's like I'm not a Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate it. I don't celebrate it because of my religion or whatever. I just don't believe in it. I believe it's a card. It's for the economy. They just pump it for the economy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. That's exactly.
And I appreciate me giving those flowers to those ladies and then you going, they're going to die immediately. You know what I mean? It's like nothing like taking the wind out of the sails of
it's a nice gesture. The thing is, if I
it makes
go-
them feel special. Natalie, I have to go with you on this one. Do you feel special?
Honestly, yeah. I feel like It makes sense for you to get Shannon something because
Right.
you guys have like established relationship. But
Yeah.
I'm like new to this show, you know, and you
Right.
still got me one too.
I got you one too.
Yeah.
And because I didn't want to get you guys one because I know that you guys would fight over it. Like, and it would be a disturbance to the podcast if you guys were to fight. I mean, like cats and
We could
dogs.
cut it in half.
I don't think you guys would have come to. I think that the darker side of both of you would have come out.
We could have shared custody of it.
Shared custody of a flower. You could have it for 2 days, and then Shannon could have it for 2 days because Sergio said that's the lifespan of the gift that I just got you from my heart.
Well, I think we learned last week that Natalie is in a committed relationship.
Yes.
So you would think she would just donate it to me because I'm lonely.
Right. And flower roses.
Oh, she just gave me hers.
You got 2 now?
It's okay. I have one. I'm happy with it.
Shannon, isn't it true what they say in most of these websites that roses are the cats of flowers? Sorry, Shannon has a couple of cats. One is diabetic. Sergio, let's get back to you. Cactus for Valentine's Day. How does your wife react?
She's like, thanks, babe, and without any eye contact.
Yeah.
And she immediately walked to the kitchen
Yeah.
and overwatered it. I was like, well, you don't want to put
That's
hot
great.
water on the cactus.
You had me at you walked her. How long have you been married, Sergio?
About 3 years.
3 years?
And we've been together 13 years.
Wow.
I met her at a Donnell Rawlings show at Monday Night Mashup at Laugh Lounge.
Get outta
She was
here.
on a blind date. Happy Valentine's Day, boo-boo. I'm telling the story.
She was on a blind date, and how did you sneak it? How did you sneak her away?
I was probably doing one of my staple bits that I'm still doing to this
I
day.
think you performed on it.
13 years later.
I remember that show. I think Donnell would just go and do like a ton of time.
Exactly.
Yeah. His shows were great because he would just go up and do an hour.
Yeah, you
And,
want some burn, son? That's what I used to call it. Like we were playing basketball. You want some burn, son? I was like, yeah, I want some burn. And then he would throw me up.
That's great.
With that ridiculous sliding door at the Laugh Lounge.
Yeah,
Remember that
the slide
loud-ass
door. Yeah, yep.
And it was a crowd of like 7, and I met Liz for the very first time. She was front row with some twerp, and no, he was a nice guy, and I had a decent set, and that was my first meeting with my wife, and then we went on a date maybe like 2 months
But
later.
how did you go? How did you sneak her your number during all this? The fans.
Well,
want the nitty- our fans are real. Like they like the nitty gritty and stuff, and they're derelicts themselves, so they like to.
So I wasn't, listen, I'm the one who was on stage. My peacock colors were.
Yeah,
So
right.
I was walking around with my chest up.
Right.
No eye contact after the set.
Right.
I could tell she was looking at me. I felt
Yeah.
it.
But do you like? I don't like that. I don't like when someone looks directly at me after a set. I don't like.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I don't
not.
like any
We're not on the
attention.
same level. I just performed. You're nothing. I'm everything. Look down. Look down at my feet and approach me. People don't know how to do that. They don't know how to approach. They approach with eye contact. It's like, hey, we're not equals. I like to yell that at them. We're not equals. Eyes down at my feet.
Don't come forward with confident energy.
No, it's so off-putting, when you're a star and you've just performed. And so what happened after the show? How did you approach her? You didn't approach her. She approached you?
Correct. And so a few times over, I saw her at the club, but we eventually.
She came back.
Yeah,
she started following your schedule?
Yeah. I mean, she was on the website looking for the 6 p.m. shows.
Yeah.
On Monday nights where it's hot and popping.
Right.
And then I got her number. Donnell had a barbecue.
Yeah.
Which I helped maintain and greet the guests. Because, I was I still am. I was a fan of Donnell. So he was like, yo, you want to come to my barbecue, son?
He's great.
I was like, yeah.
He's great, dude.
And I got there super early.
Yeah.
And, so I met her then. And when she came in, it was like
She
slow
came
motion.
to the barbecue.
Yeah, she came to the barbecue because her brother was good friends with Donnell. He was DJing those comedy.
Oh, okay.
Those comedy
DJ
shows.
brother.
So it was a nice connection.
I gotta say that's the least sleazy way. When I say that a woman came with her date to the show and then you ended up getting with her and you don't tell us how, I go, oh, something shifty happened.
What?
Either she approached you and slipped you her number, or you approached her and slipped her your number while on the date or whatever. But none of that happened here. It's surprisingly above board.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's why it's long lasting. Because
Yeah.
none of it was like intertwined with some dirtbag shit.
It wasn't devious.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. And don't get me wrong, I got a collection of. I could dip in the archives real quick and go to the devious dirtbag shit, but this one wasn't.
But the foundation was clean.
The foundation was clean.
Needs to be solid. You can do dirtbag stuff after the foundation is built, but if the foundation is built on dirt bags, then it falls.
tough.
It falls. You know what I mean?
so
And I
true.
think that's a lesson to our fans out there who are incels. It's like you gotta build a solid foundation, guys.
Then
you
you can
have to build a solid foundation.
Yeah, then you can leave empty bags of cocaine littered on the bathroom floor, whatever the fuck you're into.
Whatever you're into. Empty bags of cocaine on the floor, apparently, in Sergio's world.
I still got a flat tire to these days. A flat tire is one nostril that doesn't work. That's why I call it a flat
That's
tire.
flat tire.
Yeah.
Right.
And the
And
alternate.
what is AAA? Your drug dealer? That's what you call your. That's what you call your drug dealer.
I hate this screen. I mean, you guys got your shit together. It's like, what is this, 5K or something? My teeth look as yellow as they are, and the bags look as heavy as they are. It's too honest.
We'll do the work in post.
Yes. Can you give me a filter, Shannon?
We'll do some work in
Filter
post
me
on
up
it.
because I won't be on the show again. I know I'm a favorite.
You guys
You are a
both look great.
favorite. You're a favorite.
I'm happy. I say I'm a favorite because they have me on time and time again, and I'm so happy to come out here. But I'm running out of animals because every time I come here, I'm told to bring an animal with me.
What podcast?
The Rat Podcast.
Oh.
I was gonna sneak in a snake to this show, but I said Vecchione may shoot it, so let's not do that.
Yeah, I'm always armed. Shannon and Natalie know that, and that's why they're careful with their words. Because they know I'm always armed. Maybe not with a gun or a knife, but with sarcasm, which also they're both very afraid of. I have cutting sarcasm, and they're both terrified of it. All right, guys, I want to take a second to talk about our friends over at RockAuto.com. Hey there, auto mechanics and super cool do-it-yourself guys who work on their own cars. I want to tell you about RockAuto.com, the online store with every auto part at the best possible prices. This is your one-stop shop for everything auto parts. RockAuto.com has been in business for 20 years, and they make it easy to find the parts you need at the best possible prices. No more talking to counter guys who need to order your parts, aren't really sure what you're looking for, never have quite what you need, and then after all the hassle will still charge you storefront markups. At RockAuto.com, you can easily find everything you need, and whether you're a mechanic, an auto shop, or working on your own car, everyone has access to the same incredible pricing at RockAuto.com. So if you're a car guy, right now go to RockAuto.com and check out all the parts available for your car. You're going to have so much fun looking at car parts. So once again, go to RockAuto.com. No promo code needed as the pricing is already that good. When you order, make sure to tell RockAuto.com that you heard about them on Mike Vecchione Investigates. RockAuto.com. All right, guys, let's get back into it. Sergio, when did you start? You grew up in New York?
Born and raised, Lower East Side. Proud.
I ask everybody in New York about like who the people who were raised here. It's a specific group of people who were on drugs at 8 and then got clean at 12. It's always like don't know how to drive.
Yo, listen, I
yeah.
push a Fiat.
Yeah.
And when I say push, I mean drive.
Oh, push.
Yeah, I got a Fiat.
That doesn't mean-
I can park that shit anywhere.
Yeah?
If I don't find parking, I bring it in the apartment.
Because you can strip it.
Yo, that horn shit. Like, who's in control of that?
That's Cypher Sounds. That's Shannon. Shannon is
Because it's like
yeah.
right on beat. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's
I feel like
joke.
I'm in the reggae club in the 90s, like that. Ooh.
Yeah, that's Cypher Sounds. That was Cypher Sounds invented that.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being real.
Because if I go up to Cypher Sounds, he looks at me like I'm crazy. I'm gonna
No,
feel
I
embarrassed.
think he invented it. He invented
did.
the horn. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Cypher Sounds, our dear friend, and we use it all the time. We use it to the extremes.
If Cypher Sounds was an animal, he'll definitely be a sloth.
Really?
Slow moving, eyes are slanted,
Yeah.
tired all the fucking time.
Tired. He looks tired.
He looks tired. But he got good energy. but
Tired
he's
of making money.
tired.
That guy's rich.
The guy wears many hats.
He's married many hats, and he's a sweetheart of a guy.
He is. He's great.
But let's get to you.
Yes.
Sergio, stop trying to deflect the investigation onto Cypher Sounds. Yeah.
Deflecting. I'm throwing the shoulder out.
Throwing hand movements. Yeah, I'm a huge boxing fan. You are a boxer. Do you like what the fight game is? Do you follow boxing?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And who do you like now?
I like Canelo.
Yeah.
I like there's a lightweight division that's loaded with superstars. Everyone from Lopez.
Sergio, are you Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican?
Okay, I just want to cut in for our fans who
Yeah,
are
Puerto Rican.
an accent. You're from New York. You Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican
on
now-
both sides.
Now, my father was half Dominican, but no one gives a shit about me being a quarter Dominican. But I will,
Yeah.
be
well,
thorough on today's podcast.
us here at the podcast
gotta be-
at Mike Vecchione Investigates as ethnic purists, we do care. So
that's
we
what I
ask you to
said.
take a 23andMe before you come in. Most people ask you to take a COVID test. We ask you to take a test about your ethnicity.
Which, by the way, I did, and I was so upset.
Why?
Because I wanted my lineage to be like Africans, Russians, like
Right.
men,
Tough. You wanted to be tough.
Yeah, and you know
And
what I
were
am?
they?
Like fucking Portuguese.
You're Portuguese?
Yeah, it's a lot of Portuguese and like European shit in there, and it's like soft to me. I'm like,
Right.
fuck, man. There's not a bit of Russian or
Right.
hardcore African in there.
Well, you're talking to somebody. This whole podcast is European blood, so thank you for calling us all soft. And what a roundabout way to insult us and call us little bitches. It's like I don't want to be European. Europeans are soft. It's like not in the 1400s.
You're
We were tough back then, but we've softened up over the years.
But Portuguese?
Portuguese, yeah. Portugal was big in the slave trade, I think.
Yeah, dogs. I'm a
Have to
product.
can-
I'm
have
a
to
product of
cancel
some
you.
slave shit.
I want to cancel you, but what's mostly Dominican?
No, mostly Puerto Rican.
1/4 Dominican. Mm-hmm. 1/4 Dominican. If you
And-
just put Dom on your thing, do people think you're a dominatrix? And you go, no, I'm Dominican, but it's kind of the same.
Yeah, I can't fuck with the Dom stuff, man. I go as far as like lighting up a Jesus Christ candle, and that's it.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm glad you specified that with Jesus Christ. 'Cause
You know,
went
like
the whole nine,
they like
because
to
you would've said-
wax and chain up.
Yeah. The Doms are.
Yeah, just a little bit of the candlelight.
The Doms are brutal, The Dominicans are nicer. I used to live in an all Dominican neighborhood. I lived uptown.
They're not all nice. Not the Trinitarios. That's a Dominican gang.
That's Trinitarios. I remember reading about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
just
not
wa-
good news.
No, they walked around with
Machetes,
machetes,
yeah.
right?
Now I'm trying to sound real Puerto Rican.
Machetes.
Yeah, that's as Puerto Rican as I get.
What's the significance of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans? It seems like they get along.
Yeah, back in the days, there was a
Yeah.
little riff when I was growing up, but I was
Yeah.
around ignorant people who made that possible. But right now, it's all love.
Is Riff your brother? Sorry. That was from West Side Story, Riff. Anyway, so Dominicans, Puerto Ricans are more South Bronx. Dominicans are more Uptown Manhattan.
Yes.
Am I right or wrong?
I think you're right.
For those people
You're
watching
always
in North
right.
Carolina. But Dominicans are like baseball. I mean, they're heavy baseball. There's a park across the street from where I used to live, and it's like anytime, it's like during the spring, summers, it was always full. Kids, adults, businesses, everybody's playing baseball all the time.
Yeah,
Such a huge sport.
yeah. In Dominican Republic, I heard that if they don't have the equipment to play, they'll use like a broomstick,
Yes.
and a bottle cap.
Yeah.
So they're super sharp.
And the gloves, they'll use milk cartons.
that's wild.
Yeah. I saw it on 60 Minutes. I'm white. I watch 60
I
Minutes.
fuck to 60 Minutes. I like 60 minutes.
I like an invest. It's kind of like not as good as our show, Investigative, because they don't get to the bottom of stuff the way that we do. We really like. I'm asking you very intrusive questions right now. 60 Minutes wouldn't have the balls. We're better than 60 Minutes. That's what I'm saying.
I like the
and there's not this time. It's not this tick 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 tick.
I like
tick,
the tick tick tick. Thing.
Well, it just sounds like a bomb is about to explode. Which, if you saw my set this weekend, you know what that's about. Anyway, Sergio, enough. So, but the other 3/4 is PR, Puerto Rican, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the difference between New York Puerto Ricans and Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico, can you outline that for our fans who are white, pasty, and sitting indoors?
The difference is the Puerto Ricans in New York don't speak Spanish. We adapt more to hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. I mean, the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico speak Spanish. They're more infused with the language first and foremost, and just the overall like makeup of the way you dress is even different. Out here, it's a little more hip hoppy, I guess. If I had to just put it like in black and white.
Right.
A lot of them don't speak Spanish, which is fucking pathetic.
You speak Spanish.
No, I'm pathetic.
You're pathetic. You don't speak that Spanish. Well, people always do that to me. They're like, you speak Italian. I go, no, I'm third generation Italian, so I don't speak it. I guess I could have learned to speak it, but the generation gets watered down, and like you said, soft and
That
weak.
makes me feel
How
better
you put it so
that you
eloquently.
don't speak. That you don't speak.
No,
Italian.
I can't speak it, and people give me a lot of crap about it. It's tough. It's really tough. When did you start boxing?
I started when I was in my early teens, and then I picked it back up in my 20s. And present, I'm still doing it. I still like to train.
Yeah.
And I train people on the side.
Right.
But don't get it twisted. It's not going to be young inner city kids that can't afford me.
Right. You got high prices.
I like to train Megans and Kelseys.
Yeah.
Who wake up early
That's
and
popular.
Pay in advance.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a hot tub to maintain.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I got jets in the tub.
That's right.
I got a bidet.
You got to have money. If you want Sergio to train you in the master art of self-defense and you want to be a killer, you have to have the dollars.
Right.
You have to have the dollars for him to come over. And that's the way it goes. Now, fighting-wise, did you have, like, fights?
I had an amateur fight, and so I'm 1-0. I'm undefeated.
It's undefeated 1-0.
Yep, Mayweather
Yep.
status, undefeated.
Ain't broke, don't fix it. So you've boxed in the ring. Mm-hmm. And what's your favorite punch?
I like I like to fight inside because I have the body type of a T-Rex. I have short arms, a big head, and long torso.
Right.
So this doesn't allow me to fight from the outside. I am forced to work the inside. So I like to get inside and throw nice short punches in the chest.
Right.
And so I like to throw rear hooks, and I got a decent jab that gets me in there. So I would say my rear hook is my favorite, which is not a very common punch, and I like my jab.
You like the jab to get in because you have short. And have you ever fought a frustrating guy who is long, these longer guys, who keep you on the end of their jab and then you can't figure out a way to get in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. I mean, someone who has a nasty jab and you're just enjoying the fucking the visual, the sight of the fluorescent lights at the fucking boxing club. Like, you look like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah. Well, because you get put on your back?
No, because my head is
your head's getting
flying.
snapped up. Yeah.
So someone who's long and strong and has an educated jab can be very frustrating, especially if they're southpaw. Southpaws, for these listeners, is a lefty boxer.
Southpaw is a left-handed boxer. For those of you who can't follow what we're talking about right now, we're trying to make this podcast as accessible as possible, but Sergio is a fighter and he has deadly skills. And you need to follow along. I'm sorry for going too fast for you. So, so that's your style. You have do you have a pressing style?
Yes, very
a suffocating style. You go to suffocate them.
Yeah, I like to fight straightforward. Mm-hmm. So I'm plodding forward my bunions. Plodding forward. Yeah. Yeah, but I got a big head, so I'm not. I had to learn how to move my head because it's a big target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but can't people, you also got to be careful of like moving your head in any kind of a rhythmic way because then people can time the way that you're moving your head.
Yeah. So you got to...
people who are trying to punch it off.
So you have to mix that in with a bend of the knees, hands in front of your face. There's many lines of defense in boxing. Right. It's changing your height, which is bending your knees, moving side to side, keeping your hands up. You could catch punches with your gloves. It's a beautiful thing because we could do so many different things.
Right.
You could use your elbows to block.
Yeah.
You could use your gloves to block, which is not very effective in a street fight, using your hands to block so much because you don't have the cushion.
Right.
But an elbow, like if someone was to throw a nasty punch at you, if you just bring out your forearm like this and they land on the elbow.
I walk around like this.
Yeah. I walk around like this.
Yeah. Hand down, man down. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yeah.
You don't keep your hands down. You got to keep your hands up. Hand down, man down.
Yeah, and I get it, but...
No, I mean for the fans.
Okay.
Yeah, they're eating right now, so they don't really understand what we're talking about.
I picture that most of the fans are in a recliner chair with cheese doodle stains on their shirt.
Yeah.
See, look, you're a bad influence on me. I didn't want to talk to the fans like that.
No. I'm trying to bring them up. Yes, that is them. You've nailed it correctly, and I'm trying to bring them up. Valentine's Day, they're incels. Don't know how to defend themselves. I'm bringing you, an expert, in to try to teach them. And also, I'm bringing love experts to try to get them, motivated to go out there and meet somebody. Have the confidence to go to a comedy show. And have a brother who's a DJ. And then to meet the love of their life at a barbecue later. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen on accident, Sergio. We have to teach and we have to coach.
Educate.
You have to educate. And the fact that I brought flowers in for the beautiful ladies of Mike Vecchione Investigates. even though you shot it down and said they're going to die in 4 days. So that's fantastic stuff. You didn't watch the Super Bowl.
I didn't.
Was it a protest?
It was not a protest. Well, I'll have you know that, Michael, that
My Christian name.
cases of domestic abuse occur on Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
Highest than any other day of the year, but that's not a political matter. I didn't want to bring it up
Right.
until you brought it up. No, I just don't follow football like that. I do enjoy the Bengals helmet. I like the helmet, so I was
Yeah.
rooting for them. Those tiger stripes are fly. I'm wearing them for Valentine's Day.
tiger stripes?
Tiger stripe thong.
But I thought you said you didn't believe in Valentine's
what,
Day. But
man?
when it comes to your underwear, you do?
Yes.
I think we caught you in a lie. Shannon, let's...
Listen, the surprise for my wife today, I'm
Right.
laying down in tiger stripe underwear with my Yankee cologne. Come get it, girl.
But that's pretty hot, Sergio. Okay?
You can smell it.
It's pretty high. I smell that comment. I smell the fumes from it. But listen, you lie down, right? And you have the Bengals. The Bengals lost.
Yeah, but it
They
was a
lost.
close
So
game.
it was a close game. But does that speak? Do you want to be wearing the losing team's underwear when you
what?
approach your wife tonight?
The fact of the matter is, Vecchione, I've always been an underdog.
Yeah.
So, I don't mind coming from the trenches and digging myself up. I'm going to go hard. I like coming. I've always been the underdog. That's not a thing to me.
Let's go hard or go home.
Exactly.
That's Mike Tyson.
That's Mike Tyson.
You
people.
channeling Mike
All
Tyson.
praise to Allah.
Praise to Allah. All right. Well, the Super Bowl did happen. You're aware of it, right, Sergio?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Rams won 23. And the Bengals, had 20 at the end of the day. And listen, I heard it was a close game. I heard there was a lot of penalties that were being
Right.
called at the end of the game,
Right.
and which is bullshit. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. I like the way you're describing the Super Bowl, that you heard it. Like you heard people talking on the street. You heard rumors about it.
It was like
You heard
collection.
rumors about it, that it could happen, and there were a lot of penalties on the game. And it's like, it's hearsay in your mind. So I like the way you heard about it.
I'm like
But,
a sponge. There's no doubt in my
a
mind.
lot of people who grew up in New York are not into football at all, because it's not a New York sport.
I think everyone was watching it but me.
Yeah. What were you doing instead? Can I ask that for the fans?
Yeah, I was probably watching a reptile video.
Were you really?
Yeah, on mute.
I'm on mute.
Yeah, because I can't focus on anything, so I was probably watching the YouTube video
Right.
on mute
Right.
while checking my phone, petting my Persian cat. For your listeners, a Persian cat is the cats with the smudged up faces.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably because of a jab.
probably because of the job or bad cocaine use.
That's yeah.
They got the little snort thing.
Flat tire.
Flat tire.
One nostril shuts
Shuts
down.
down. The other one whistles.
Okay.
So I'm
All
petting
right.
the Persian, watching YouTube on YouTube reptile videos on mute, checking my phone. That's how I spend my time, my idle time.
How do you focus? Doesn't that hurt your focus, Sergio?
Yeah. So listen, that's why when I run, when I box, those are all good things for me that keep me present. It's not many things. A lot of physical activities do it. If I get a good book on my lap, but movies and sports, unless it's boxing, it's hard for me to focus, dog.
Right. Okay. Well, the best movie of all time is about boxing, Rocky, and we love it here on this podcast.
Which
Rocky
one? Which one? What's your
Rocky
favorite?
1 is, in my opinion, the greatest movie of all time.
I do like the one with Drago. That was a good one.
Yeah.
5?
Because of what's going on in the Ukraine right now.
Yes, exactly.
Russia's about to attack the Ukraine. For our fans who are living in a box somewhere under a bridge, there's about to be a war if we're not careful. So, yeah, Russia. Drago was a bully in that one, and
He dies. He dies.
yeah, he
He was callous, man.
was callous. He killed Apollo Creed, maybe the best villain of all time. He's the best villain, and he's American, so I root for Creed. Creed in 3. So there was a Super Bowl that happened, Sergio, and I know you heard about it. And but we're going to go through the best Super Bowl commercials of all times. So Shannon, we cue that up, and then Sergio, we can talk about these. These are the of all time. So this is not just about this year's Super Bowl commercials, which I thought were pretty disappointing. I'm not a big commercial guy anyway. When the commercials come on regular TV, I mute them because I just don't want to hear it. So
Right, the first one is Amazon's commercial from this year.
this year's Amazon commercial. Like they need to advertise.
Hey, babe, check this out. Alexa, it's game day.
Streaming football on Prime Video. Closing blinds. Chilling rosé.
Rosé?
Well, it's an afternoon game.
It's like she can read your mind. Your mind.
I love that we get to sleep in. Ordering fresh mint mouthwash. Extra strength.
I'm thinking I should get a spray tan, because that's on Wednesday.
Activating blender.
Funeral's on Monday.
What about the gold, Papa? Can't you see? The treasure all along. It was here.
Love the eye patch. When does the show open?
March 8th.
Setting reminder to fake your own death on March 8th.
What the?
When you have to do those love scenes with hot guys, is that fun or is that like the worst?
It's the worst.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Scarlett, this bread is delicious. Did you make it?
Yes, it's from my Gammy's recipe.
Announcement. Gammy is short for she bought it at Whole Foods. Announcement. Colin left the oysters in the car for 5 hours.
It's probably better Alexa can't read your mind.
Bad idea.
Watch the game.
That was a good one. Actually, that's pretty funny. Sergio, your reaction.
I didn't care for it. I thought it was
You
too
didn't like
damn
it?
I didn't like it. First of all, do we know those people? I
Yes,
feel
we
like-
do. No, Colin Jost. We know Colin.
Colin Jost,
Yeah.
and was that Annie Letterman? It looked like Annie Letterman.
Scarlett Johansson.
It was Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah.
look alike. All right.
They're both big stars, but Colin is stand-up. We know Colin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I just thought
Colin's
it went
a
on
great
for
guy.
too long. I got it, and then it went on like 6 segments too long.
I thought it was
too long.
very funny. I didn't mind watching because they got me in the first couple seconds. The premise was fast. They got me in the first couple seconds, and then watching them go back and forth. The examples were funny. I thought that was a great commercial, and that was from this year. I missed that one, Shannon. I must have been
Yeah, I just
stuffing my fat face.
I saw a bunch of article titles about it, but I hadn't
Yeah.
watched it.
That one was really funny. So that's I'm usually against commercials, but I think that one was really funny and good. But for you, it was too long.
Yeah, I thought it was too long, but we spoke
Too
about
long. What about punchy? It was punched up though. It was a good idea.
It was punchy. It was bang, bang, bang.
And they were just being themselves. You know what I mean? They're a couple. Okay, that's according to People Magazine. They're a couple. So it's like they weren't pretending to be other people. They weren't acting. It's like their relationship. So the whole premise of it was their relationship, and then the Alexa.
Oh, so I didn't know that backstory. They were together in real life.
Yeah, they're together in real life.
Oh, they fucking.
They're together. I don't know if that's if they say it.
They fucking.
That's how they say it uptown. That's a relationship uptown.
They fucking.
Yes. So that was a good one. Okay, and Sergio gave it a thumbs down. I gave it a thumbs up. Let's go to the next one.
For the record, Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost are married.
They're married.
Yes.
Yeah. What's that called in the your neighborhood? Sergio?
That's
Married.
wifey.
Wifey.
That's my wifey.
Well, okay.
Now that's
All right.
tacky. I never said that in my life. Now I'm dumbing down this whole shit. I don't talk
right.
like that.
You don't say wifey.
I don't say wifey. I never did.
I wonder what I would call wifey. Significant something.
You said significant
Intimate.
partner earlier. in the show.
Significant partner. Intimate partner. There's always a partner involved. If you're white, you got to call them partners. But wifey, I like better than partner. Wifey sounds more intimate.
Yeah, especially if you're not married.
Yeah.
After a certain age, you don't want to say that's my girlfriend. It sounds weird. So I think
Right.
partner is the most appropriate. But it's weird
Partner.
because that's a new thing. That's a newer thing to me. So it sounds kind of like.
But it
corny.
sounds like your buddy cops.
Yeah.
My partner. Me and my partner are going.
Right.
We can't come to dinner tonight. We have a drug stakeout.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sounds
Sounds
too.
weird.
But it sounds kind of cool. But there's no intimacy there. Wifey sounds good. If you're stepping out on your wife, which you don't do, and I don't do either, but side piece.
Side piece.
That's got a kind of a
And it's
cool
across the
phrasing to
board.
it.
All different cultures say side piece.
Yeah. Side chick.
Side chick.
Yeah. Side salad. If you need your greens, like you need vegetables. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Next one is Toyota, also from this year.
Toyota from this year.
slow.
Coming down to the wire. This really is the stuff of Olympic dreams.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Push it. What?
Ryan, we have found that you have a condition known as Stargardt macular degeneration. This is a genetic eye disorder that causes progressive vision loss. At this time, there is no treatment.
Let's go.
Right. Over. Tree. Come on. What? All right,
let's go. Up.
Go. Go, right. Push. Come on. 12 seconds up. Push. Right there.
After Brian lost his eyesight, the McKeever brothers went on to win 10 Paralympics. Start your
Toyota.
impossible.
Start your impossible.
Okay, so that felt like a movie to me. It felt like a movie that was condensed into a commercial. And while I love the story is touching, I don't know what that's got to do with a Toyota.
Yeah,
overcoming adversity.
Yeah, Toyota's dirtbag. They're just, it's a story that you can't deny.
More like airbag.
Right.
That's what they call a dirtbag in the car world.
Yeah. So listen, I think it's how can you deny that? It's inspiring, right?
It's an inspiring story, but it's condensed. It looked like they were putting a movie into a commercial and then attaching Toyota to it.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I didn't like the way that Toyota did that.
I think it's irresponsible of Toyota.
It's irresponsible. You're launching allegations from your Honda,
from my Fiat,
from your Fiat to a Toyota.
Which, by the way, is the color brown. That's a weird color for a car. Brown.
It's a brown car.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm driving a bean.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little different. It's a little bit different. You could paint it. You ever think of painting your Fiat?
You know what? Painting is probably going to cost more than
the car is worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was a Toyota commercial, and while I liked the sentiment of it, the emotional, I didn't like it. I didn't like the cramming that much into a small commercial and then making us associate overcoming adversity with a Toyota.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
It doesn't track. I think that's the right thing to say here. It doesn't track.
It would have been a great commercial if it was showing like Toyota's new car that had a feature for the seeing impaired. Then it would have been the most amazing commercial ever.
That's a great point.
Yeah, but how you're kind of promoting blind people driving. And aren't there enough blinds driving out there, Shannon? There's enough incompetence out there. Yes, there is. They're incompetent. Shannon wants blind people driving. Unbelievable, Shannon.
Ready for the next one?
Let's go to the next one.
Another car commercial, also from this year. This is the Sopranos Chevy commercial.
Okay.
Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Your mama always said you'd be the chosen one. She said you're 1 in a million.
Oh, why is it not the actual ad?
Okay.
Do you want to watch this, or do you want to find the actual?
No.
Okay.
We get what it is. What it is it's Meadow Soprano driving the car, like doing the opening of The Sopranos, where Tony Soprano is usually in the car driving through Jersey. It's Meadow Soprano instead. And then at the end, she meets Jamie Lynn Signer, meets AJ, Robert Eiler at the gas pump, and they hug. So it's kind of like a reunion, kind of like a sequel to The Sopranos, because at the end of The Sopranos, if people remember, that they were sitting in the restaurant and then it went black. So you don't know what happened. Did Tony get killed? Did the whole family get killed? So this is kind of a thing to be like, maybe Tony and Carmela got killed and Jamie Lynn and Robert Eiler were alive. The daughter and son were alive. And so this is kind of like making you think that. That's what it's leading me to believe. Are you a big Sopranos guy?
I love The Sopranos. I watched it 2 times over.
And how did you feel about the ending?
That shit was upsetting.
It was upsetting. And did you feel like we needed a Toyota commercial to clear it up?
Anything would have been better than that fucking ending.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the writers got tired and they were like,
They just ran out of shit.
let's just run out, and the best way to we can just leave it open in case we want to pick it up later on.
Yeah, how do you go home and carry on after that ending? Like, how do you proceed?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. With caution, I guess. Get yourself out of...
And I watched like 4 times over, hoping I would feel differently about it.
Right.
I always felt the same. Disappointed.
And, but now there's a Toyota commercial where you can be comforted with the kids are still alive at least. And the parents might still be in the restaurant finishing their meal. We don't know. It's unanswered. But
it's so
I love The Sopranos. I ultimately... I thought it was kind of cool, actually, the commercial. I don't know what it has to do with Toyota, but I thought it was kind of a cool that they did a sequel commercial. Innovative, to use your word, Sergio. The guy who doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. Okay, let's go to the next one, Shannon.
Next is a Hyundai Sonata from 2020.
Oh, look at this guy. Hey, Rachel, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
He's not getting that car in there.
No, sir.
Look at these two troublemakers.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Wicked car. Is that new?
Yeah, it's a Sonata. Let me pack it.
Oh, you're not fitting your car in there.
Chris, stop being a smarty pants, all right? Look who's got Smart Pack.
Smart pack?
Just hit the clicker, car packs itself.
It's smart.
It's wicked smart. And I can pack it anywhere.
How about Dorchester?
Packed it.
Foxborough.
Packed it.
The Garden?
Packed it.
Saugus?
Packed it.
Swampscott?
Revere?
The Harbor?
Are you kidding me? I packed it and then unpacked it.
You unparked it?
Kid.
Game changer.
That Sonata ain't got no driver.
That's all right. He's got smart pack.
Hey, you can back there.
He's got Smart pack!
Hey, whoa, it's Big Poppy.
Wicked smart.
This is a ghost car.
A better way to park. Only available on the all-new Sonata with remote smart parking assist.
Sorry about that, your bigness. Did you guys know he lived there?
I had no idea.
All right, that's first of all, that's a commercial about Boston, which is New York's rivals in the comedy scene, or at least used to be. But very funny comic was in there, Tony V. Tony V was one of the guys who yelled right before Big Poppy. So shout out to Tony V. I didn't realize he was in that commercial. That's unbelievable. The falseness of that commercial is that Boston people are so arrogant they would park their own car. Because there's some kind of a pride people take, especially men. I'll go out on a limb here, ladies. Men with parking and doing a great parking job, they want the credit. And if you let the car do it, then the car gets the credit. And when you let the car do it, you're basically admitting that you can't do it. And a lot of guys don't want to take that criticism. I can do it. I don't need the car to do it. You know what I mean? Do you find that, Sergio?
I've never been in that situation.
Do you drive?
I got a Fiat and I can park it anywhere.
You can park it anywhere.
Yeah.
What if the car could park itself? Would you let it?
Yes.
You would let the car park itself?
But I know those people.
Yeah.
I have no ego about it.
Yeah.
If I had it,
Boston people do. Boston people have a huge ego about parking.
you know how I look in a Fiat, and I don't care.
Yeah, sexy.
You know, so
sexy.
You know, if I pulled up anywhere, people, you know, and in a place like that in Boston, they're like, what the fuck is this guy? What is this, a peanut? You know. So I mean, I don't care. And so if my car could park itself, I would totally take advantage.
You would
no
take
doubt.
advantage of it.
Yes.
I would too, because I don't have an ego that way. But a lot of guys, no, they have to park it themselves, and then they get out and admire what kind of a great parking job they did. And then they tell everybody around them, look what a great parking job I did. Look how much better I am than everybody, you know? Because it's a game of angles. Shannon, does that impress you when a man can park his own car and he does a great parking job and then talks your ear off and during the date?
It doesn't impress me that they do a good job parking, but it would bother me if they did a bad job parking.
Wow. Shannon, shots fired.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. You have high expectations.
What, that a guy can park a car?
Park a car, but when he does an excellent parking job, you know, I would do an excellent parking job, but then I would be talking about it.
But how excellent
I would ask that you acknowledge it over and over again.
But then you're just like doing it the correct way.
Right. But it's hard. You're not giving anything to the degree of difficulty that it takes to put. Maybe not there with that, because that was a straight on space.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking like a parallel park, like a tight space, parallel park. You barely got it in there.
Also,
right, and there's sexual overtones. If you want to take sexual overtones from that, you could take them right to your privates. I'm trying to say it tactfully, but it's Valentine's Day, and you could take the tight space thing right to your privates.
Oh, loose. I like it.
Right. So that's the degree of difficulty that we're talking about, Shannon.
I don't know. Every car also has like a million cameras on it. It tells you turn right a little, turn left a little. It's whatever.
But what if you're in a Fiat
That's a different
and you're trying to
story.
impress a woman and you squeeze into a space? Right before a hydrant. Right before a hydrant, Shannon.
That's great then.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel like you really think it's great. I feel like I wore you down to the point where it's like you just want to go to the next one.
She resigned?
And sometimes that she resigned. She just gave up. Shannon goes, all right, what's the next? I have a long day, dude. What's the next one? And it's like, oh, really, Shannon? I'll take the victory that way, too. I'll wear you down. I'll wear you down to the point where you just give up.
I have to come and give my cat a shot, Mike.
How about that?
All right, next one is 2008, the E-Trade Baby.
E-Trade Baby.
A lot of people are like, aren't you too young to invest in the markets? And, A, don't worry about it. I just look young. I mean, you don't know how old I am. And B, I use E-Trade, so check it. Click. I just bought stock. You just saw me buy stock. No big deal. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it.
Whoa. It's so easy. There are 1,000 new accounts a day.
That's pretty great.
Yeah,
I love
that
a
one.
baby being able to trade stocks.
That was
I love
adorable.
That. No, I love that. I think babies should be able to trade stocks and do. I think that's really a thing in the future.
Now, was
babies
it me
who are
or,
able to do
or
financial?
he took a crap at the end of it?
He spit up on himself.
Oh.
He spit up on himself afterwards, and that happens sometimes. That happens with adults a lot of times.
Yeah, you talk to me, I'm going to spit you.
I'm going to spit, but do you have kids, Sergio?
Yes.
How many?
One.
Okay.
A 10-year-old daughter.
All right. Now, when she was small, did you rely on her for financial advice? Did you just give her your phone and let her?
Let me tell you.
That was a thing.
One thing about kids, everyone thinks they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like totally off topic to what you're saying, but they're not expensive, man. I think the teens are going to start getting expensive.
I thought the early years are expensive with diapers and all that.
No,
diapers
man.
and baby food is really.
Nah, if you got friends and family, once you have a party, they stack you up with that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
Diapers and baby food, that's fine. But then you said the teen years, they get expensive. Why?
Because they want, I guess they want clothes
Okay.
and they want to keep up with the video games and
Cool.
expensive computers.
Keyword
and
is
shit
there
like
is
that.
they want. They want. They want. They don't have any money. So, you know what I mean? Get a part-time job. Do you ever say that to your daughter?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and what'd she say?
I'm be like, UPS is hiring, and you look good in brown.
Ooh, like the Fiat?
Mm-hmm.
Fiat's in brown. Does she have a job? 10 years old? Is 10 too young to work?
I
Sergio?
started working at 10. She's not
Right.
working.
No.
She's not working yet.
She laid off? Sorry, she's on sabbatical. That's what women they go on sabbatical. And okay, so that's cool. Shannon, do we have one more?
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
Next one is Apple. This is from 1984.
Oh my God, this is a good throwback one.
Today we celebrate the first glorious anniversary of the information purification directives. We have created, for the first time in all history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests, obeying contradictory thoughts. Our unification of thoughts is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on earth. We are one people. One will, one resolve, one cause. Our enemies shall talk themselves to death, and we will bury them with their own confusion. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
It's a good one, I think. I don't really get it. You know what struck me in that commercial, Shannon? The lack of diversity. 1984, though, we didn't know any better.
That's true.
Sergio, what did you think of that? Well, what were they basically saying? Shannon, could you translate it for me? You're smarter.
I'm trying. Oh, there's not even really much of an explanation underneath it. I don't know.
So it's just the power of thought is going to be more important than armies, kind of, which that actually is true.
Yep.
I don't know. She threw a hammer through the screen, which is a something that women do when they can't figure out how to fix the television.
I was kind of stuck on the Olivia Newton-John shorts.
Yeah.
And that's why I got stuck.
You got sucked in?
Yeah, the shorts threw me off. It looked like Chrissy Snow from Three's Company.
Right.
Like it looked like her ass that I was looking at. You know?
Were you thinking Let's Get Physical?
Let's Get
Which
Physical.
is a song by Olivia Newton-John. We haven't heard from her lately.
She's still alive?
Yeah, she's around. Yeah. Olivia Newton-John. What do you think of women with 3 names? Is that off-putting?
I never thought of it.
Yeah, well, she has 3 names. And what do you think?
I like the name Olivia.
Olivia.
Newton is annoying.
Newton?
I don't know why that annoys me.
Newton. Because of fig Newtons?
Do you eat
them?
Yes, I like fig Newtons.
Me too. I like a whole sleeve.
Yes.
I'll eat a sleeve.
Yeah. I'll eat a whole sleeve standing up.
Yeah.
Barbaric.
And will you eat a sleeve of fig Newtons in between the rounds of a fight when you go back to the corner?
No, but I definitely had I taken gummy bears while boxing. Gives you a little juice.
Yeah.
You know?
And the bear part of it gives you,
yeah, I don't know, but it's a little sugar boost.
A little sugar boost. But the bear thing helps mentally. Be like, go out there.
Perhaps.
Sometimes when you're in a gym, like I'm a gorilla. I keep thinking I'm a gorilla.
Gorilla, everyone's using the gorilla now, right?
Yeah.
It's like gorilla. It used to be the lion. The lion was very hack and Instagram, like posts like I'm a lion, you know. And now it's
But I
gorilla.
talk to myself. Like, do you talk to yourself sometimes when you're working out or you're shadow boxing? Do you talk to yourself?
You know, there are times I do.
Yeah.
I got this. What? 30 seconds.
Yeah. I try to talk myself up. I try to coach myself up. And I do it verbally to the fans who definitely need it. Their self-talk is in the toilet, which is probably where their head is now because they got drunk at the Super Bowl party and made an asshole of themselves. All right, well, that's all the Super Bowl commercials, and we had fun with it. And a lot of people are recovering from the Super Bowl parties that they had, Super Bowl parties. And let's go to this is a bit of a lot of people are like, Mike, which direction are you going with this show? Super Bowl, Valentine's Day. But let's do a crossover, a Valentine's crossover, because the Rams won the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford is the quarterback of the Rams. But more importantly, we know he's happy, and he's going to shed all kinds of light on his teammates and be like, oh, it was great to be part of this. But what about his wife? Like, what's the relationship with him and his wife now? So that's them kissing. So obviously it went well. Let's read the article a little bit to see if this is
That's his
true.
wife on the right, or is that?
That's his wife on the right. Yeah, and they're kissing after the Super Bowl. Stafford seated in his first ever Super Bowl win on Sunday with a kiss from his wife Kelly Stafford.
Well, I know the one that's kissing him is, that's
his wife.
The advertisement with the skirt. Who's that?
I don't know.
I'm more interested in that.
Well, you're getting distracted. I can tell you didn't watch the Super Bowl, Sergio.
I thought that was, they were going to talk about her and her outfit that she wore, because I like that outfit. Can you scroll down, please? I mean, look
She
at
has
the
a
full
short
thighs.
skirt on.
He has a full
She
thighs.
has a short
Who is
skirt
that?
on. I don't know. She's a model with no head.
I like it.
But let's go to,
my
we'll
bad.
come back to that. After Los Angeles topped the Bengals in the Super Bowl 2022, topped, I think it's a sexual term, the Rams quarterback 34 embraced his wife of nearly 7 years on the field at SoFi Stadium. I'm just so proud of my team, Stafford said in the postgame, according to 24/7 Sports. There are just so many guys on our team. That's a bit gender specific, on our team who deserve this. So many great players, just guys who had given their whole heart and soul to this team. Okay, what about his wife? Okay, there's another picture of his wife. Their embrace. They have 4 daughters together. Scroll down, keep your hands off, right? Stafford connected with the Rams receiver Cooper Kupp. Stafford, meanwhile, enjoyed the postgame festivities with Kelly and their 4 daughters who also joined the quarterback on the field. Do you feel threatened by a man who has 4 daughters when you have 1, Sergio? Is that threatening to you?
I feel bad for him.
He's surrounded by women. It feels like he's been out-daughtered. Okay. Leading up to the Super Bowl, Kelly expressed on her popular podcast The Morning After that the experience felt surreal.
The Morning After podcast is about abortion. About getting rid of babies?
You know, I would think so too, but apparently it's not. Maybe it is. I'm so excited we're here. It doesn't feel like it's real. It really doesn't. I'm so proud of him. I'm so excited for him. It's something he has worked for his whole life. He was in Detroit. I don't know if you know the Stafford story. He's in Detroit for like 12 years, and then he got traded to the Rams, a winning team. His first 12 seasons with the Rams. Kelly, who has been dating Stafford since their college days. A lot of these guys marry their college sweethearts. At Georgia, also...
But make no mistake, they have side pieces.
Do they have... So I think half of them do. Also teased last week that her listeners would be in for a treat if the Rams won. What kind of treat could she do on the Morning After podcast, do you think? And that's him, Stafford. It's a great story all the way around. She has 4 children with this man who's a quarterback. He suffered for 12 years in Detroit. He went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl.
Did he really suffer?
Yeah, 12 years in Detroit. Detroit is a punishment to a lot of people.
So,
That's
the city or the team?
The
or
city,
both?
the team, both. You know? You get in trouble here, they send you to Detroit. Is that criminal justice reform? We don't put you at Rikers, we put you in Detroit.
I like Michigan. I like Detroit.
I mean, I'm not saying there's not good people there, Sergio. Don't make me out to be a villain. I'm just echoing what the rest of the country is saying.
It has one of the biggest reptile zoos I know of.
I'm sorry. You're watching reptile videos on mute during the Super Bowl. Oh, my God. Okay, let's go to that's Stafford. That's the winning quarterback. Now let's go to the losing quarterback, Shannon, because let's see if his Valentine's Day is as good as Stafford, because they're the... And does it help that they're both blonde and beautiful?
Is it Burrows? Is that the one you want to
Burrows,
do? Okay.
yeah.
I don't know who's winner, who's the loser.
Oh, my God, Shannon. Were you watching reptile videos, too, while we were just discussing that last thing?
Okay.
I'm a bad influence, I guess.
You're a bad influence. A Fiat, reptile videos. The Bengals didn't hoist the Lombardi trophy, which is the trophy that you win when you win the Super Bowl. Olivia Holzmacher, the longtime girlfriend of quarterback Joe Burrow, took to her Instagram stories, which is how you should express yourself, by the way, on Sunday night to share his "I'm still beyond proud of the Bengals, who lost to the Rams." Burrow completed 22 of 33 attempts during this Sunday's big game, throwing for 263 yards and 1 touchdown. The 25-year-old was sacked 7 times, even limping off the field in the fourth quarter. Holzmaker looking with concern. Yeah,
God
she was
damn,
concerned that
7 times.
Yeah, he was sacked a lot. He couldn't do anything in the second half.
Is that
the Rams
him?
figured it out. Yeah, he's
He looks like a
good-looking guy.
child.
He's a good-looking kid. He does look kind of like a child.
Jesus
He has
Christ, he
blue
looks like
eyes.
he's 11.
But everybody, I think she's a model. I think all the quarterbacks and coaches date models. Everybody dates a model in the NFL. Following the game, Burrow, who has been linked to Holzmacher since 2017. How long have you been linked with your lady?
13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
But do you like that term? We've been linked?
No, I never heard of it.
I like to say that now. Me and Katie Hannigan have been linked for 3.5 years. I've come out on
3.5 years. That's when we got married. I bet split screen action. I was getting married at City Hall, and you were courting Katie.
I was courting her, which
another
is
good one, courting.
drunkenly asking for her phone number at the Montreal Comedy Festival. That's what I call
I
courting.
love the details, Pop.
But we're linked together now. Expressed gratitude. Following the game, Burrow, who has been linked to Holzmacher in 2017, expressed gratitude to his teammates. It's been a memorable season. Sorry we couldn't get it done. Proud of our team. The Bengals, historic, I want to know more about her reaction. Shannon, let's scroll down because women are people and they deserve to have a reaction.
The helmet looks too big for him. I mean, this
Yes.
kid he's so small.
He has
He
a
looks
small,
like so young.
smaller head. He looks young. He's like 25.
Wow.
Yeah, he's 25, yeah. We have to let it fuel us. Okay, so she's sad but proud. Sad but proud. And so that's her response. Let's go to the next one, which is what, Shannon?
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff, which is the quarterback who was for the Rams and got traded. They flip-flopped quarterbacks. The Rams traded Goff to Detroit, and Detroit traded Stafford to the Rams. So let's see what his wife said about it. Christian Harper's already eventful offseason included a jam-packed weekend at the Super Bowl. Harper, the longtime girlfriend of Lions quarterback Jared Goff, celebrated the launch of the swim influencer network in Hollywood on Friday when she was joined by fellow Sports Illustrated swimsuit models Camille Kostek and Katie Austin. The next day, Harper stepped out for Sports Illustrated Super Bowl bash, showing off her red carpet. Wow. She's pretty.
She is pretty.
She's pretty. And that's the other girls. Those are the other Sports Illustrated models. I don't know what this has to do with Jared Goff. Much has changed for Harper and Goff, 27, in the past 12 months. Last January, the quarterback was traded to Detroit while the Rams acquired quarterback Matthew Stafford in return. On Sunday, the Rams became the Super Bowl champions after defeating the Bengals 23-20. In the days leading up to the Super Bowl, Goff told Bally Sports he's happy for his former teammates. I'm happy for those guys because I know how hard they've worked and they deserve it. Goff recently said, of course, as a human, you feel like you could be missing out at times, but I think about if I was in that situation, how would they feel about me? They'd be equally as thrilled for me. They look genuinely happy there, don't they, Sergio?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. But do you think he's happy in Detroit?
He's probably not happy in Detroit, but the energy I'm getting from that photo is that he's spiritually aligned.
He's
grounded.
spiritually aligned.
Yeah, it seems like he's a happy
He's
dude.
grounded and happy, and me too. If I was a multimillionaire, those guys are multimillionaires.
Yeah, I wouldn't give
also.
a fuck where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hang out in Detroit for 16 games, then bounce.
Would you trade in the Fiat?
Yeah,
if you were a multimillionaire?
I think I'll still push the Fiat.
You would push the Fiat?
I'll still push the Fiat.
Wow. What would you do?
But I'll have like,
good rims.
Good rims and tiger seated like first seats.
That's key.
Yeah.
I think women see that in their confidence that like they,
I gotta move around the Fiat like it's a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah. It's a 2-seater?
No, it's 4-seater.
It's a 4-seater. Yeah. I didn't think Fiats were 4-seaters. Are you lying to me?
2 doors, 4-seaters.
Oh. It's a 2-door 4-seater. Can we look in, Shannon, can you look up a 4-seater? We have to fact check.
Sunroof and all that, just in case I want to pop out with bottles of champagne and mata.
People rely on us for the news, so could you put on a 4-seater Fiat? I don't think
What year is it, Sergio?
2017, I believe.
2017, that was a good year for Fiats.
All right, let's see. Oh, no, that's 4-door.
Maybe it's a...
Hold on.
I think Sergio's thinking of the 4-door Fiasco, which is a...
Try this one. Is it like this?
Yes.
Wow. That's
cute,
a nice
right?
car.
It's cute, right?
That's a nice car. I was thinking of a Fiero. My cousin had a Fiero that caught on fire when I was in the 80s. Can you look at a Fiero, Shannon?
Why did it catch on fire?
I don't know. My cousin was crazy.
You know, but you're Italian. You don't want to tell. You're not supposed to tell.
We don't tell. We don't snitch.
I don't know why I'm yelling like that. I'm a very impressionable guy. You know what it is? I'm gonna after I leave here, I'm move around with the same cadence and sarcasm as you. You could tell I've been hanging out with Chrissy all weekend because I yell at the end of it. Like it's just something. Same thing when I hang out with Giannis Pappas. Like I start to pick up their mannerisms and cadence. And
is it like this, Mike?
Yeah, that's a Fiero. Okay, and there's only 2-seaters, so I got mixed up between a Fiero.
That
and
guy
a Fiat.
who drives that bumps house music hard.
Yeah, and that guy probably drinks.
And drives.
Yeah. A Fiat.
It has a bat in the back.
Yeah, probably has a bat in the back for somebody cuts him off. So, Sergio, do you get real loud and then do you get real violent? Is that how you do it? You get loud and violent, or do you get quiet before you start throwing punches?
No, I'm not a violent person.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
I'm super patient. I walk away if I see danger from afar.
Right.
I just walk away. And the thing is, I have a good sense of danger.
Like a reptile. Is that why you watch reptile videos on mute?
I study them. Yes, I don't fuck around, man. If I see some riffraff going on, I just cross the street.
Yeah.
If I don't know. I think I'll be
because
more
you have
calm.
to get close in order to do your body work and punch inside.
Yeah.
You can't deal with it from the outside because of your short arms.
Right. So I gotta stay, tight
Yeah.
and inside. But I guess if I'm forced to be in a situation, I remain cool, calm, and collective. Cool as a cucumber, if I may.
Cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber.
Is that something people are still saying, Sergio?
Something a cop told me one time when I was
Really?
pulled over and he thought I had drugs on me. He said, "You're cool as a cucumber."
Right.
And I was like, "I ain't got shit on me."
Right.
My friend was like this. He said, "Your friend's not cool as a cucumber."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm cool, man."
Because
we don't got anything.
He was probably overdosing. Right? Sergio, the fans pay for these jokes. They pay the Gas Digital subscription for these jokes, so we got to keep them coming. Sergio, we're gonna do Shannon. We don't need the drop. Let's just do. We'll do plugs real fast. Sergio, are you go with that?
Yeah.
'Cause the fans want to know where to.
I'm not
find
doing
you.
the plugs.
Calm, cool, collected.
I'll sit back and watch you do your thing.
I'm gonna do mine,
Do your
but
thing.
then we're gonna kick it to you, and you're gonna do yours.
Okay.
I tell people that to expect plugs because I had my mother.
I'm such an idiot. I mix plugs in with advertisements.
No.
I'm not doing your job.
No,
The mic was all crooked.
You missed.
I was like, I'm not doing your job.
You got confused between plugs and everything. Don't worry about it. I mean, our fans.
Because that's where my podcast
Right.
is at. We have no advertising, so I consider plugs, advertising.
Right.
Yeah, but do your thing.
Well, our fans are confused most of the time. So,
You're as confused as I.
yeah. So you getting confused makes them feel at home, actually.
They're like, I like this guy.
Yeah. Well, they can't find the front door in the morning, so they feel aligned, as you said, spiritually aligned. Okay. Mike Vecchione, for my plugs, it is MikeVecchione.com for all dates. I'm shooting a special April 19th in Nashville. It's officially announced. Nate Bargatze will be directing it. We're getting 800-pound gorilla on board. And April 19th, if you're in the Nashville area, please come out. Tickets hopefully will go fast and it will sell out. It's part of the Nashville Comedy Festival. So that to look forward to. For all dates coming up, I'm just going to be, you were just there, I think. I'm going to be in Plano, Texas at the House of Comedy in Plano, Texas, 27th, 28th. That weekend. So if you're in the Dallas area, come out to the House of Comedy, the 27th, 28th. Thank you to the Stress Factory in Bridgeport for last weekend. It was a great, we had great times, great shows. And Jim Gaffigan came through on the Saturday show. So that was great. So also on social media, at Comic Mike V on all social media platforms, please follow me and my other podcast, The Macaroni Rascals with Greg Stone. Is a Patreon, but we release free episodes. So please join the Patreon for Macaroni Rascals and subscribe. Sergio, what do you got?
First, I want to start off by saying Plano, Texas was a lot of fun. House of Comedy was a great time, but bring your own green room.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they had us sitting on milk crates.
Okay.
And I was in a storage room. Basically, we were in a refrigerator.
Okay.
With like pickled cherries. I don't know who I think I am making fun of that green room because they treated me very nice. And then I left the club smelling like burnt asparagus.
Okay.
Because it's right by the kitchen.
Right.
House of Comedy was dope. I had a great time there. I think I'm there in another month or so. But everything is on SergioChicon.com. The IG, at Sergio Chicon, is what I'm heavy on. So click there and enjoy me being self-indulgent, sharing my runs, and being better than all you guys.
Sergio Chicon is the best, everybody. Go see him. Quarter Dominican, 3/4 Puerto Rican, 100% funny. Shannon.
You can follow me on Instagram at ShannonLee6982. Listen to my podcast, The Thing Is, Ding. We talk about bad dates, fighting, and ghosts. Wherever you listen to Mike Vecchione Investigates, you can also watch it live for free every single Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern at gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. That's absolutely for free, but the best way to support the show is to go to gasdigitalnetwork.com, use promo code MVI. You'll get a 1-week free trial plus access to every single show that we've ever done and every single show of every single episode of every show on the network, including 3 brand new shows, which is Yo MMA Rap with Louis J. Gomez and Dave Smith, Wild Goose with JD DeServio and Zach Wild of Black Label Society, and Berg's Base with the one and only Aaron Berg. Go to podcastmerch.com for t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs. If you have your own investigation to submit, send it in to MikeVecchioneInvestigates@gmail.com. If you listen on iTunes or YouTube, make sure to rate, review, and tell a friend. And that's it.
Please tell a friend, everybody. We are, we're rising. We're rising. So please tell a friend. And thank you for joining us. We love you. And I hope that you don't take it to heart the way that we talk to you, because it's for your own good. And if there's any takeaway from this, is that you're not better than us. Okay? So for Sergio Chicon, for Shannon Lee, and for the young Natalie, I'm Mike Vecchione, and we'll see you next week. Guys, thank you for listening to Mike Vecchione Investigates. And if you go to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code MBI, you will get 1 week free. That's gasdigitalnetwork.com, promo code MBI, you will get 1 week free. Thank you again for listening to Mike Vecchione Investigates on the Gas Digital Network.